Good evening, fellow Plexers. I had a request to create a Zorin OS Plex server install with Plex running in Docker. So I have a fresh version of Zorin OS installed, Zorin OS 18.1. All I've done so far is set up OBS Studio, and I want to do a few things before we get Docker installed. And this may be a series of videos instead of just one video, so that there's not just one long video. The first thing is I want to make Zorin usable, and I did a little bit with that by going to settings, accessibility, and I went to seeing, and I created large text. And I also always want to show the scroll bars. See how this appeared? Well, it's supposed to be cool to not have the scroll bar appear until the mouse hovers over it. I'd rather just see them. So also, I changed the default resolution from 3840 by 2160 to 1600 by 900 for this 28-inch high-def monitor. Okay, what else do I want to do? Well, I want to show you what I'm using as a bench system. So I went to settings, to system, about. This is a small HP ProDesk with an Intel Core i5-9500 processor, and I have 48 gigs of RAM. And the disk capacity is 3.5 terabytes, but it's one 500 gigabyte NVMe drive and three separate 1 terabyte SATA laptop drives, just mechanical drives. So we're also going to show you how to create mount points to use for those drives through the graphical disk interface, instead of having to use fstab and edit things and use the terminal. A much easier method. So let's start by making Zorin look better. So I'll click the little Z down in the bottom left, and I'm going to start typing appearance, and Zorin appearance pops up. This is very Windows-like. I like the default GNOME look with a toolbar always showing, or maybe have it look like elementary OS. So I think if I choose this, I get the normal toolbar that you'd see with GNOME, and you can make it appear on the screen all the time with a tweak change. I get this, which is elementary OS-like, and that works for me. I'm also going to change the X to close this out and move it over to the right. So if I click on the Windows tab, I can scroll down and click right for the title bar option, and that's more suitable for me. So under layout, there's lots of options. You can make it look whatever you want. Zorin OS is pretty neat this way. Okay, so the window changed. Okay, so now I'm set. I'm also going to type settings, right click, and pin that to dock. I'm going to do the same with terminal, right click and pin to dock. What else can I show you? I'm going to show you how to get Google Chrome installed, and we will do the hard drives. And I'll install Plex's HTPC client app. Then I'll stop the video, I'll get rebooted, and then we'll get into the Docker container with the next segment. So let's go up here and start typing disks. So this is my boot drive. I don't have to do anything to that. And when we get Plex installed, we'll put some media on all 4 drives. I have an older Western Digital SATA 1 terabyte drive from 2014. This HDST drive is from 2014. And then I have a newer Western Digital Blue drive from 2021. So I've already prepped this. This has been formatted. I created a name for it, WD Blue. It's hard to see. And I've set it to always mount. So if I go into the gear icon, and I go to edit mount options, all I've done is turn off session defaults, make sure these two are checked. The mount point is what I like. It's going to be WD blue. And I've changed identify as from whatever it was to the label. Then I just hit OK. So let's go to our next drive. Let me format it. And I would name the volume and then label the drive. So I have my drives labeled, and I'm looking at it right now. So this is just HGST1. As long as you're using ext4, you're fine. I'm going to hit next and format. Type my password, my user password, authenticate, and off it goes. So I'm going to do the same with this, and then we'll adjust the mount points. This does not have a partition, so I'm going to hit the plus. I'm going to use the whole drive, and then I'm going to give it a name, and this will be WD Blue 2. So that's working. So you can go to files, and if you go to other locations, you'll see the drives ready to use once it appears here. So if we wait a little bit, when this finishes like it just did, it popped up over here. All right, so let's make these so that the mount points are proper and they never change. So I highlight the drive I need to use. I click the gear. I will edit mount options. I'll uncheck use session defaults. And all I have to do is scroll down and identify as label, and you see how that changed the mount point to mount HGST1. I'll click OK, authenticate that, and now I'll do my last drive. So again, the gear icon, edit mount options, uncheck this, drop down, identify as, well, let's look. So this mount point is going to change. Western Digital Blue. Again, the password. Voila. Not quite as easy as just, using a drive in Windows, but this is not difficult either. Okay, so let's get Google Chrome installed, and we'll get the Plex HTPC client app installed, and then I will enter my passwords, get those set up, and then we'll reboot and continue on getting Docker installed. We'll also install Dockhand from the terminal, and then we'll use Dockhand to install Plex. So, let's see, that's not what I want. This is what I want. Or is it? No, I want my own document. So I will paste these commands into the description of the video. And if you're new to my channel, I am not a pro YouTuber. I am like the guy next door that knows more than you do about most things, but not everything, but about Plex and about Linux, and I'm just helping you out by popping over and giving you a lesson on what to do. So to install Google Chrome, we're just going to copy these commands separately into terminal. Let me space them out. So I'm going to highlight, Control-C with a keyboard. I'll open terminal, and what I'll do is I'll use the tiling features so we can see both at the same time. Now you can't use the keyboard shortcuts to copy, paste, or cut in terminal. So I have to right click and choose paste. Enter my password. Now this, you may have updated already, but we're going to check for updates before we install Chrome. Nothing to update. So the wget commands will get this file. So I'm going to copy all of that, right click and paste. It's downloading now. And if we go to the Files app, we'll see that it downloaded it to the root of home. It did not put it in the download folder. So now we're going to install it with this command. Right click, choose paste. And we'll just wait until it's all finished. Now to update this, you can just wait after it's installed. A dialog box will pop up prompting you to update. You'll want to go into the software and do updates there too after the system updates. You can always just copy that and paste it into terminal, and copy this and paste it into terminal, and that'll update it too, but it won't update all the software here. You'll see updates that you'll have to run besides the main system updates. So we're all set over here. Chrome's installed. I can type exit, or I could just hit the X to get out of it. So now we will start the software, and I'm going to again tile that. So I'm going to just type HTPC. I'll click on this, and if you look over here, it says FlatHub. It's the only option, and FlatHub's a good option. So I'll click install. And what I'll also do is, I found a little wallpaper file. I think I have it in Documents. I'm going to use that as my wallpaper. I could just right click and set as background, or I could add it into the wallpaper settings. So under Appearance, I'll add a picture for a background. I'll navigate to the Documents, click on that, open, and now it's here, and it will stay there. Alright, so the Plex HTPC client app is installed. I am going to stop the video, sign into both Google Chrome and the HTPC client app, reboot, and I'll be right back with you. Oh, before I do, let me search for Chrome. I'll right click, pin that to the dock, then I'll search for the HTPC client app. I'll right click, pin that to the dock. I'm going to right click on the Brave browser and unpin that, and then I'm going to slide Chrome over. So I have browse open. I'll close the tabs, then I'll slide this over, and I'll have things basically arranged more to my liking. Okay, I will be back, and we'll get going on the Docker part of the install when we come back.